Welcome to Dream Infinity Studios Particle Beam Tutorial Part 3. As you can see from Part 1 and Part 2, I really did some significant work on my project with these little light beams. Again, there's no 3D program involved. All you gotta do is create the streaks like I showed you in Part 1 and Part 2 and kind of erase certain parts to make it look like it's kind of intertwining out of your person's body. So that's exactly what I did on this project. I'm going to even delete some more elements here. Okay, now it's not finished though. We're going to work on kind of enhancing the feeling of these things. So here's my streak, light streak or line streak. And then I'm going to duplicate this layer, and it kind of brightens up all of a sudden, or right away. I'm going to hit blur, Gaussian blur. And I'm going to let this blur up a little bit like that, and kind of enhance it, you know, to make the glow effect kind of more soft. And then I'm going to duplicate it again. So we have 3 now. And then now this on the third one, I'm going to do motion blur, vertical, 90 degrees. It's kind of blur it to like 20 pixels. Now you can play with the layer blending modes to see what kind of effect you get. It really depends on the photo, but I'm not really getting too much, so I'm just gonna stick with that. And there we go. Let's see what happens if I change the blending mode with this on the second layer, and make sure if it makes any significant difference. Yeah, it does. So there we go. Already looking kind of cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to enhance the actual model's picture real quick. I'm going to put it on screen. I'm going to try Gaussian blurring her. Oh, there we go. About 2.5, and give her a little softer look. I don't want the background to show, so I'm just going to erase it all out. Kind of do it really rough at the moment, but it works. Oops. So erase the background. I might as well kind of paint certain elements where I feel that it's not really necessary, so make sure I get a black brush. Just kind of color it in. And make sure you don't color it in too much. You know, color in your model. This part right here looks kind of nice. You know, just the skirt kind of fading out into the background. Now we have the little blurry part. I mean, the little softer. She has a softer skin. I'm just gonna kind of correct that, you know, kind of right away. Okay, maybe the third layer is not really necessary. Remember to use your opacity settings on your brush. Sorry, my phone was kind of going off there. Kind of, you know, tone down her face, and there we have it. Now we're going to enhance this more by creating some little lighting effects, and we're going to do that with this. Well, let's call it glowing balls, and well, that's what I mean by lighting effects. Now we're going to make a new layer, color this black, the whole layer black, and then go to render lens flare. I want to choose a lens flare that's 105mm prime, and just get a small brightness of 27% or so, and then just choose any location, like really. There you go. And then we're going to hit screen on the glowing balls, and then we have these cool glowing balls. Now, we could resize this down, and it's not going to really lose quality, but resize it down, and then we have a little glowy ball here, and then we could do hue and saturation and color the balls to kind of match the beams. There, now it's blue. And now we're going to kind of randomly place it all over the document. Now you can hold down the Alt key and drag your layer around one at a time, and you're going to get the duplicate copy of it. Now when you copy though, make sure that you kind of scale, resize it down and whatnot to get some variety going. And if all of them is like the right size, that's the same size, it's kind of weird. So one or two are okay. But let's just kind of repeat it here and there. Now, I know I just did a big no-no right now because I just literally resized it, and I've been kind of talking about it all over that, resizing it, increasing the size of something is going to kill the quality of the glow. But these are just little glowing balls, and literally it's not something that you should sit and, seriously worry about the quality. It's just for a little tiny side effect that really kind of makes the project crisp. Now, I know I've been kind of randomly clicking all over the place, but right now I'm just erasing all the unnecessary stuff. Now in the next tutorial, I already showed you how to add glowing balls. I'm just going to keep adding a little bit more and kind of spicing it up. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you the next half of some cool tricks that you can do with brushes